Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. I just want to start out by saying, first of all, UCLA is a great team. I think they're incredibly well coached, loved their staff for so many years, and excited for them and what they're building. I'm equally excited for us. I'm equally excited about our team, the progress that we're making. I'm really proud of these young women and the way we continue to learn each other and get better. We're going to look back at this game and see that there were a lot of things that were actually in our control that we could have done better. From the defensive end of the floor, immediately thinking about a few things just from a communication and scheme standpoint and just being where we should normally be from a help perspective. But I thought that there were also great moments, big stops that we needed to have that kept us in the game, and a continued push in timeouts to learn and to try to do the next right thing. Offensively, we need to be a lot sharper. Took good care of the basketball in the first half, and in the second half, did not do as well with that. We had many moments where we weren't very fluid and kind of didn't stay in our offense, but I credit UCLA for a lot of that. Again, proud of the growth that we're showing and excited to continue to get better together.
Yeah. Hey, in that second quarter, just what happened offensively in the second quarter, and what halftime adjustments did you make to really come out in that third quarter to get things going?
Yeah, I think just flowing from transition into offense, and UCLA does a great job of denying and try to taking you out of sets, and so we had some things in that we thought could help us get open, and we didn't have just good flow getting into those sets that would help us get into the base offense. And so I thought in the half we were able to sit and talk about getting to our spots quickly so that then we could use our sets that we had in to help us get open and start our offense. I thought we were able to do that a little bit better coming out after the half.
And then in that fourth quarter, it's, again, a close game. It's kind of right there. It's a 5-point game. Those kind of seems to be those moments that where you either sort of get it or don't get. What just happened there? It's like right there for you, just from either yourself or any of the players. Just what happened in that moment there?
Yeah, I think for myself, I think, you saw two teams that in the end of the game have to execute. And so I thought that on the defensive end of the floor, like I said, we had a few stops that were pretty critical that got us into that point. But then we were trying to do some things a little bit differently from Lauren Bett's standpoint. And I think we needed to just be a little bit better in understanding that. And we needed to be better at explaining that probably. I thought the short answer is UCLA executed better than we did down the stretch.
You were the only team this season to out-rebound UCLA. They said that was because you out-hustled them. Is that something that, you'd like to, that you're proud of your team for? And obviously, is that something that you scouted them about?
Well, when I came into the locker room, the team has already talked about what they thought we did well and what we didn't do well. And I was really proud that they immediately said we rebounded better. Because we want to be able to see what we did well, and coming out of LSU and Southern, we needed to be better rebounding. And so the team went to work this week, tons of drills. They crushed it. and then that helped us be better today. And so just really proud of the work that they put in this week in preparation. UCLA is an incredible team on the glass. And so really proud of the team and the way we battled. Thank you.
And for Coach, UCLA's coach also said that today you played to your identity much better than they did. I guess, do you agree with that statement? And I guess to you, what does that identity look like for your team?
I have so much respect for Corey. I think she's an incredible person. I think that's very kind. I think we did at times play to who we are. I think they play to who they are as well. I think they're a gifted team. So I would just say I think both teams did, and really proud of the effort.
And for any of the players, you fell down, I think it was 17 there early in the third, and the switch kind of flipped. Obviously, Elle, you hit back-to-back threes to kind of get that run going. What changed there offensively in the third quarter where the whole team was kind of able to get going and get back in that game?
I think we talked a lot, after the game about being better at, adjusting in the moment, and I feel like we adjusted coming out of halftime. But even Coach Tina said we have to get punched in the face a little bit to wake up a little bit, and I think I think we're a good team, and I think it just comes down to discipline and toughness at the end of the day. And I feel like they had longer stretches of that. But yeah, I feel like that's what we've seen a little bit in third, but we just got to carry that on to the fourth, and you know what I mean.
A little bit about points in the paint. I think you outscored today 50-22. Lauren Betts has 23. Obviously, it's really hard to stop someone who's 6'7", but just some thoughts about defensively. What were they doing so well in the paint, and what made the difference there so drastic?
Well, Lauren's hard to guard one-on-one, and so that's really on me. We made the decision as a staff to try to guard her one-on-one as much as possible. And 3 for 7, I think she was at one point, and it felt like, okay, and then there was times we needed to dig and bring someone off. And I think being able to make that change live was hard. And so that's an area that we need to be better at from a coaching staff of like how to help us understand, where we might pull from. Dalayah had a couple where she helped in off and caused some havoc for us. But in the end, that's really Lauren Betts being an incredible player, and us probably needing to bring more attention to that.
A little bit on conference play. Obviously, you still have a couple more non-conference before you kind of get into the meat of things, but this was your your Big Ten debut. A lot of the UCLA players kind of thought that playing a familiar Pac-12 school kind of made things feel a little normal in that sense. Did you feel it for the players or the coach that today felt kind of like a normal game and not really a transition to a new conference?
I would just say that we're honored to be in the Big Ten, and wanted to come out and do our very best in the first game that we had in the Big Ten.
For Elle and Dalayah, what was your, knowing you're facing the number 1 team in the country, what was your mindset coming into this game, and do you feel like it was effective, or did you have to change your mindset as well in game?
You can do it.
Yeah, I think something like we just talk about all the time is like sticking to our identity, no matter who we're playing, whether it's a ranked team or unranked team. Like we gotta prepare for every single game the same exact way, and eventually that will become our habit. So like when we look up one day, oh yeah, we're playing South Carolina, we're playing whoever it is.
Yeah.
Like we just gotta show up every single day and stack good days at the end of the day. So that's just something that we talked about a lot after the game too. And we're gonna learn from this. Like we had so many good things, so there's no reason to hang our head. That's the number 1 team in the country for a reason. So for good reason. So I think, and just knowing that we can hang with them, like that gives us so much more confidence. So.
That's what I was gonna say. She just said it better.
And a bit more about Lauren Betts. Kiki and Corey were talking about just her defensive presence. How much do you feel she made life difficult for you? How did she make life difficult for you in this game in terms of her defensive presence specifically?
Lauren's defense?
Yeah.
I thought she did a nice job. Lauren can play a lot of ways. She can come up and help in ball screens. She can play in drop coverage and help at the rim. She's going to be a rim protector, obviously, but she's very mobile. And so you saw her step up and cover the mid-range jumper, and you can't hesitate and go by her because of her length. So I think she's done a nice job of just understanding how to use her length and athleticism.
Yeah.
And then just for you, Coach, maybe this one you won't answer. I don't know if it's a secret you have, but I noticed on defensive possessions you holding up some colored laminated cards, and I was just wondering if you could share what those are.
We just wanted to make sure that they heard our calls.
Okay.
So it was for my poor voice. So.
And then my last one, Corey said that you guys are really close friends. You're one of, she said you were one of her closest friends in the industry. She tied the UCLA program record for wins. Just wondering if you could speak to, what you know about her and what you think makes her a good coach to, reach that milestone with a really talented program.
Corey coaches for the right reasons. She's a good person, and her goal is to help develop young women. And so I think she's done a great job. She's built that program over many years and has sustained success. And that's a mark of excellence. And so I'm really happy for her and really proud for her.
Coach, I believe it's in your last 3 games, LSU, Southern, and now UCLA. The LSU and UCLA games are obviously top-ranked teams. I know you're focused on the opponent. You don't really look at number of ranking, but just seeing the fight that your group has had, being in both of those games, throughout the large majority of them, how happy are you with that? And then just to be able to have a good amount of days between the LSU game and then this one to practice and then this one to Utah to be able to, look at what you did, look at film, all that sort of thing, and just build off of these tough games against high-ranked opponents.
We needed the rebounding practice. I'm just kidding. That's a great question. No, yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for this team. You know, I can't wait to go to the gym every day with them. They're a great group, not just because they're talented, but they're great people. I think we believe in the same thing. Our core value of unity is shared purpose, and we really have a shared purpose. We are trying to help each other on their individual journey and our collective journey of becoming who we can be. I think this team can be special, you know, and so I'm really excited by the progress that we continue to make.
Back here again. Corey said that she was really proud of what you're building here at Washington. How would you describe what you're building here?
I just am so proud of the people. I mean, just to sit here with these two young ladies, I mean, you know, when you know them, you just love them. You know, it's hard not to even make me emotional. Y'all know that. Y'all know me. So I think I'm just, next question. I think I'm just proud of the people that have chosen to be a part of this program and the work that they put behind the scenes and the belief that they have in who they can be individually. And that's really special because these young women are talented. And they're learning that, you know, we belong out on the court and we're going to compete together and this program's going to continue to rise.
Anything else for coach or players? All right, thanks everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.